Okay. We are live on TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. Just double check. Yep, looks like TikTok is live. Twitch, good to go. YouTube, good to go. Cool. Okay. What's up, guys? Everyone hear me? Can you hear me? Please let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Aimlou, what's up? How's it going? This is a game dev stream. We're doing game dev today. IRL game dev. This is the mobile superhero game I'm working on. Last stream, we did the hair physics. Gorgeous. Look at those hair physics. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Oh gosh, I forgot to do a Discord message. I always forget that. Okay, two things I always forget. One, I always forget to send a Discord message announcing that stream is starting. And two, I always forget to do a raid at the end. I recently started doing Twitch streams a few months ago. I've been streaming on TikTok and YouTube for a long time. But I added Twitch to the mix a few months ago and I always forget to do a raid. So please, someone remind me at the end to do a raid over to Twitch. Okay? Pull up Discord. Send a message there. Dev stream announcement. Copy and paste. Okay, message sent. By the way, if you guys have not joined the Discord, I highly recommend it. It's free and you can find the link to that in my bio. Okay. Message has been sent. That's one out of two things I always forget. Number two, a raid at the end. Please, guys, remember. Help me remember at the end of the stream to raid. Malky Wobbles, what's up? How's it going? So yeah, last stream. So this is a mobile game that I'm working on for a client, and we did the hair physics for this tiger superhero last stream. And the notes back from the client and from myself as well, because I agree, is, well, first off, he wants the hair to be about half as short. So I've actually got to pull up the reference. Let me pull up the reference. Let's see, references. Nope, that's Lego references. Let's see. Tooland mobile game. Characters. Drip reference. Okay, here's our references. Got to... You guys can see this, right? Yeah, but it's taking up my full screen. No, I don't want to minimize. I don't even... Ugh. Resize to selection? No. Canvas. Mode. Can I not just... Like, why is it full... Whoa, okay, right click is drag. That's so... I love PureRef. PureRef is awesome for reference images. Anyone here that does design and graphics, like PureRef is incredible. You can pull in all the images for your references into PureRef, and then you can drag them around, rearrange them however you want, and then you can, like, it's just infinite zoom in and out. It's a great canvas, and it acts as a really cool window. I've just got to get used to the controls, because the controls are, I've been using this thing for years, but I've never gotten used to the controls because they don't seem very, they're not intuitive. So like, I'm dragging right now with right click. But aside from the controls that I've struggled to get used to, I mean, it's a really cool. So I'm gonna pull this down here. Boop, so we can actually see it. So you guys can see in these references, these are the references from the comic books, my client's comic books. And we got the length correct via the comic books. The length is good, as you guys can see here. But, so I was talking to the client on the phone, his name is Jason. Talking on the phone, and he said that when they made the cartoon, so there's a cartoon episode of this, of the comic book, what's the word, not season. Session? No, what's the word? Series? Issue. Comic book issue 1, there's a 20-minute cartoon episode of it that you can watch on YouTube right now. And when they were animating, he hired some company, I don't know what company it was, but they did the 20-minute cartoon episode, and they were like, hey, it's gonna cost a lot of money if you want us to make all the dreadlocks as long as this and as many as this. So we're gonna have to cut back on the dreadlocks. So for the animated cartoon, they made the dreadlocks only down to his shoulders, and they made a lot less of them. So there's only like 5 or 6 dreadlocks, I think, in the cartoon episode. And obviously they're a lot longer and there's more of them in the comic book issue. So I initially thought I was supposed to copy these references, but he wants to actually copy, he kind of wants to make a middle ground of all the references, because he wants the superhero, Drip, he wants him to be as consistent as possible across all types of content. So he's got this comic book, he's got 4 comic books so far, he's got a 20-minute cartoon episode, he's got this mobile game now that I'm developing for him, and he's also got action figures that he's printing. So he's trying to get the brand as consistent as possible across the board. So if we make the dreadlocks match the comic book, then the comic or the animated cartoon episode version and the printed action figure version are not going to match. So he kind of wants to, as much as possible, kind of make this middle ground. So with that said, he loves the amount, so we're going to keep the amount of dreadlocks, and we're going to keep the thickness of the dreadlocks. He loves that. We're just going to make them a little shorter. So we're going to do that this stream. We're going to make them shorter, about to his armpits. And we're also going to make that, we're going to work on the physics of the hair some more. We didn't really work too much on the physics last stream, but right now they kind of lay down straight, kind of like just long, like very silky hair, and they need to have some more volume to them. So we're going to make the dreadlocks shorter, and we're going to make them fan out a little bit and have some volume and some thickness so they don't fall so fluidly, if that makes sense. And then after that, the dreadlocks will be done. Where's Lego? Everyone on TikTok is asking for Legos. Yeah, no Lego stream right now. We're doing a game dev stream. IRL game dev stream. Hey, BMG, thank you for the rose. Appreciate it. Yeah, that's what we're doing today. I'm excited. Got my coffee. I'm ready for some game dev. We're doing this. Purely, what's up? How's it going? Eesh, hey, hello. How's it going? What's up? Your Lego VTuber is cool. Gonna shock my parents watching you with that sometime. Awesome. Hey, LXCI, what's up? Jetty Fowers, what's up? Cyanide, how's it going? Thanks for being here, everyone. Over on TikTok, we've got Lifu, Ryuno, Waffle is the best, Period, Shane, John Dark, Big Pop. Got a lot. We got a lot of friends over here. Good animation for a good mobile game. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, so guys, no Lego this stream. This is purely a IRL game dev stream. This is work right here. This is a work stream. Yeah, this is our superhero Drip. This game is for a client. We've got to work on the dreads. And I actually got a lot more experience on dreadlocks working on the Lego Jack Sparrow this past week. And I'm actually going to do a few things to make these dreadlocks even better based on the experience I got working on Lego Jack Sparrow's dreadlocks. But the collisions right now with the body are fantastic. I'm not seeing any intersections. They even, if I can try to get it. Oh, there's one. Okay, so it goes through the hat. Sometimes you can jump just right and get a dreadlock to overlay over the front of his shoulder, and it just looks so cool. There it is. Let me pause this. No, not that. Let me do it in here. Drip, drip, drip. Where is Drip? See, it's overlaying on front of his shoulder. That just looks so cool. And there are no intersections. One thing we did a really good job with last stream was getting the colliders correct in his body. Let me show you the colliders. See, look at all these colliders. That's the green spheres and or actually capsules. They fit his shoulders, his arms, his chest. It's working really nicely. Whoa. There we go. And this is for a mobile game, mind you. Have you made a 2D game? No, Piercely, I have not made any 2D games before, and I'm honestly not into 2D. I only like 3D games. This actually was originally going to be a 2D game, but I kind of convinced my client to let's make it a 3D game. Dip, what's up? How's it going? I wish I could see the viewer count on Twitch in OBS, but I can't. You should make collision with a hat. Yeah, I do have collision with the hat, but it's not. It could be better. Let's actually fix that real quick. Maybe I don't have collision with the hat. I thought I did. I gotta always make sure I'm, because you can see my entire screen on Twitch and YouTube because it's horizontal, but on TikTok it's vertical, so I gotta make sure that I'm resizing things constantly to make sure that you guys can see what I'm doing over on TikTok. Okay. Where are my kaleidos? Head, hat. Yeah, so I do have... Okay, that's why the intersection was happening. So I have... That's exactly what's happening. So I have this head collider. And I have this hat collider. Why can't I view both colliders at once? That would be great. Unity, can I view both at once, please? But there's a gap in between the head, like right in here. That's where a dreadlock got stuck. I saw it. So what we need to do is, I think the head is fine like that. I just need to make this hat piece longer. Oh, can you guys hear the music, by the way? Leafu, thanks for the finger heart. That means a lot. Do you have the name for the game? Yes, so this game is... Well, actually, I don't know. I mean, the name of the brand is called Twoland. The number 2-LAND. But you can look up this guy's brand if you want. I mean, it's called Twoland Comics. 2LAND Comics. And... yeah, I mean, he's got comic books you can buy. He's got an animated cartoon you can watch for free on YouTube. It's pretty cool. And now we're doing a mobile game for him. Okay, so, okay, stop that. We need to make this longer. Scale. Nope, on the Z. Like that. Do 1.5 and then bring it in. That should take care of the gap for the hair. Get a little bit wider. It's too wide. That's good. Okay, now I don't think we should have any hair collisions through the hat this time. But let's test it out. Katsuna, thank you. Random things, how's it going? Hey, thanks for the shares, guys, means a lot. It's still going through. Let me, what was my pause button? OP. Okay. It's still getting through there. How is that happening? Maybe because this cloth plugin I'm using doesn't like scaling the collider. That very well could be a thing, because typically you don't want to change the scale like this, just in general. But it also might be, I just need to adjust the physics on the hair, because I do know one thing in particular that I added to Lego Jack Sparrow's dreadlocks was that I made it so that the root bone of all the hair did not move. And if I do that with this character, it should fix this problem. So let me actually try that now instead. So that's in the... Another thing I need to fix that I did on Lego Jack Sparrow that I didn't do on this one. On this one, so this cloth plugin I'm using, it has two cloth modes. One is mesh cloth, and that like makes a mesh. It makes it an object across wherever you tell it to. So like I have, so like this is for this dreadlock in the center. Let me turn this off. Let me turn it back on. Let me get rid of colliders. Oh wait, down here, that's it. Move this. Gizmos, don't show colliders. There we go, cool. Okay. So the mesh cloth mode, what that's doing is that is making a mesh, or right now this line, all the way down through the object. And on this, which is, I've got to do it for all of them. So these two dreadlocks is making a mesh. So there's mesh mode, mesh cloth mode, and then there's bone cloth mode, where you actually supply it with bones ahead of time, and then it uses those bones to make the animation. And that's what I did for Lego Jack Sparrow. Bones are, using the bone mode is far more efficient and performant than the mesh cloth mode is. And since this is a mobile game, I need it to be actually more performant than Lego Jack Sparrow, because Lego Jack Sparrow is just something I run as a VTuber setup on my PC, but this actually needs to run on a mobile device. And it actually, oh, I should actually show you guys this on my phone. Let me show you guys this. Let me show you the game working on mobile. I have it working on Android and iOS so far. Let me pull this up real quick. Tooland. Okay. It's gonna be difficult to show you guys because I'm playing it backwards, but nope, that's the wrong one. See, it works, and there are no lag issues, no frame drops. It works just as well as it does on my PC, which is awesome, which means the game is very performant right now. Even the hair physics are working really, really well, and this is on mobile. There are very few games that I've seen for mobile that actually have hair physics like this working, so this is super, super cool and super promising. And fall off the edge infinitely. So that's that. So that's the game actually working on mobile, which is really fun to see. You just got my follow. Thank you so much, King B, means a lot. The base of the dread is above the collar. What do you mean by that? Thanks, Swiskies. Adam Rethinker, what's up? Thanks for being here. Yeah, so that's two things I'm gonna do. So I need to make the dreadlock shorter over in Blender. And I'm going to switch it from mesh cloth mode to bone cloth mode, which means I'm gonna need to add bones to all of the dreadlocks in Blender, just like I did on Lego Jack Sparrow. Which, oh, I'll show you guys Lego Jack Sparrow. this stream too. And then we need to work on the physics. And one of the things I'm gonna do is angle restoration. Let's see. So TikTok can see this. It's still hard to see. Shape restoration, no. Where was it? Oh, it's actually only a setting in the bone cloth mode, so I need to switch to that mode first. So let's hop over to Blender and keep chugging along. And actually, before I do that, I'm gonna show you guys Lego Jack Sparrow 3D model. Lego parts. Okay, so this is Lego Jack Sparrow's hairpiece that I created. And those are all the bones that I put in there too, so let me hide that. So there it is. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. So it's made up of 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, okay, so these front dreads on Lego Jack Sparrow. If you haven't seen Lego Jack Sparrow, has everyone in the chat seen Lego Jack Sparrow? I did it yesterday, so maybe not. Let's see. Let's pull this up. This is Lego Jack Sparrow. Let's see. Let me pull up the short.
Jack Sparrow reveal. You guys ready for Jack Sparrow? Here we go. In 3, it's Captain.
Sorry, let me turn captions on. Why are captions on short? Okay, stop. Okay, okay, okay.
You guys ready for Jack?
Do that. Captions. There we go. Okay.
Sparrow. Here we go. In 3, it's Captain. Captain Jack Sparrow. Savvy? Oh, bugger. Jack Sparrow reveal. You guys ready for Jack Sparrow? Here we go. In 3, it's Captain. Captain Jack Sparrow. Savvy? Oh, bugger. Jack Sparrow reveal. You guys ready for Jack Sparrow?
So that's Lego Jack Sparrow. I revealed him yesterday and on stream. And super, super fun. So that is him. And this was the hairpiece that I made for him. So this front dreadlock is its own piece. This is its own piece. And then these three are actually combined into one piece. These are combined into one piece. These are combined into one piece. These two are individuals. And then this piece in the back is actually part of the headpiece. And then this side braid, all 3 dreads are actually one mesh. So with the bones I created for all these, bones. See, like this bone right here. Let me change it to stick mode. Stick. Okay. Let's do that. Okay, so. There we go. So that's how that all works. So you pre-supply the dreadlocks with bones. And then the physics plugin that I'm using in Unity is using the bones and then applying physics to the bones, to the transforms of the bones. So that's how the Lego Jack Sparrow works, and that's how I'm going to make the superhero character work as well. This bone mode is a lot more performant than allowing the plugin to create an underlying mesh for every single dreadlock. That's what I'm gonna do. And this guy is got some super pretty geometry. Let me show it to you guys. Wireframe mode. Look at that. Gorgeous. 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 I'm super proud of this back dread. Super cool. What I did, I used the, let me reset all this. Reset all that. Pull up the reference for that. So I used the actual Lego piece for reference, Pull up the minifig. Boop. Actually. So this is a image of the actual Lego piece that Lego created. So I made my own version and tried to copy it as best as possible. But I, instead of making, because clearly in this Lego piece, all the dreadlocks are just one combined piece. So I have everything separated so that physics can work a lot better for the Lego piece. And it's super fun to see in action in the VTuber setup. It's super, super cool. So I tried to get all the proportions to match as best as possible, and it turned out really nicely. So now we're gonna do the same thing with Drip, superhero Drip. Open recent Drip illustrations. Okay, here we go. Dude, it is not upside down, trust me. Love the work you do, so talented. I've tried Blender in no time. Thank you, Midnight, that means a lot. Can I do the Lego thing? Not this stream. This is a IRL game dev work stream. Moonslayer came across on Reels, and I think that you're doing is really cool. Thank you so much. Okay, let's do this. So these dreads need to be above or at the armpits. They're still curves, right? They are. Okay, cool. Okay, I again need to see this better, so I'm gonna do gray for the hair. There we go. There we go. Now I can actually see it better, see what we're working with. Okay. I'm actually gonna duplicate this and call it newer hair. Or new hair version 2. Actually pull up the cartoon episode. Hey Ethan, how's it going? Tooland cartoon. This is Tooland cartoon episode 1 that you guys can watch for free right now. Boop. So see how much shorter the dreads are in the cartoon, and there's only like 6 of them at a time. And the reason, which I mentioned before, is because really just money. The animation company was like, hey, if you want us to do as many dreads as you have in the comic and make them as long and as many, then it's gonna cost a lot more money. So they decided to cut the budget a little bit, or to stay in budget and not go overboard, by having him have shorter dreadlocks and fewer of them in the cartoon episode. So see, like right there. See that? Only go down to like at the very bottom of his shoulder. So spoke to him on the phone. We're gonna do it down to the armpit, the dreads. So let's do it. So yeah, okay. I'm actually gonna, let's see. Yeah, I could just go ahead and select all of them. And we have 17 dreadlocks actually, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yep, 17. Agent Skylight, if you want to learn Blender, just with anything, it just takes time. And Blender, 3D in general, 3D game dev, it's going to take time. This type of stuff does not come easy. I have been using Blender since I was 14, which was like 2006. So it's been like 18 years now. Now, it hasn't taken me a full 18 years to get to this point. Like, I was at this point probably 8 years ago, 6 to 8 years ago, I'd say. So I would say it's probably taken me a solid 10 years to get to where I am now. It won't take that long to do basic stuff. I mean, you could be making really cool stuff within just a few years, but I mean, there's just a plethora of tutorials out there on YouTube, and that's what I recommend doing. That's how I learned. That's how I taught myself Blender, Unity, all the software I use really. Editing in Premiere and After Effects, Blender, Unity, Maya, Houdini. It's just, you gotta look stuff up and self-teach. It's just crazy how much content there is out there on YouTube and Google that you can just learn this stuff for free without cost. So you just gotta be willing to put some time into it, and you can learn it. You can do it. Do you want anything from Burger King? Not really. I'm not a Burger King fan. How'd you get over that overwhelming feeling of Blender? I never had that, honestly. I started in it when I was like 14 years old. I opened it up for the first time and was blown away that I could actually just move around in 3D space with the middle mouse button. And it just showed me that the sky was the limit, and so I just poured myself into it and just have been learning ever since. So it was never overwhelming. I was just too passionate and in love with it for it to, like, it was really complicated and I didn't know anything and I had to learn everything, but it never felt like a chore because I loved it so much. Does that make sense? My McDonald's, yes. I will say though, McDonald's, I have always loved McDonald's, but over the past like 2 years maybe, I've gotten a little bit turned off to McDonald's. I'll still eat there occasionally, but yeah. Okay, let's make these shorter. What superhero is the game based on? So this is a game for a client. The superhero's name is Drip, and the comic book brand is called Tooland. This is an independent comic book brand. It's not Marvel, it's not DC, it's all indie. But what is it based on? The client has said that most of his inspiration comes from Ninja Turtles, so it's going to be most like that. Any tips for beginner Blender user just started and having a little trouble? Any tips? Just keep looking stuff up on YouTube and Google and just creating stuff. Start small, don't go crazy. Think of something to do really small and then make it. And then after you've done that, you have that under your belt, you've gained some confidence from that. And then think of something slightly more difficult and more complex and then just make it. One thing that really helped me when I was a kid learning Blender was I loved movies and I loved making short films with my friends. So we'd make these short films with this camera I had, but then I wanted to add like monsters and stuff into the film. So I learned Blender and I was like, okay, I have a project that I want to actually do something with. So we shot this short film. It's like 10 minutes long. And I filmed some shots that needed the monster put in. So I figured out how to create a monster in Blender and then made the monster and figured out how to animate it and add bones and stuff. And then I put it into the short film, had to figure out how to do compositing and After Effects and Premiere and all that. And so it really helped me to have a project that I really wanted to create. And then it just forced me to make stuff and figure things out that I needed to figure out. So that's my tip. Come up with your own project to create, very small. Please do not shoot for the moon because If you shoot for the moon, you'll give up and you'll get burned out. So just start with something very, 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 very small, and then just do it. Build the confidence from doing it, and then go from there. Okay, so this should be as easy as boop. Okay, right at the armpit, he said. So right about there. That still might be a little too long, I think. See, I want super long dreadlocks because they're just really fun with the physics in the game. But we've gotta meet spec. That should be good. But then they're all bunched up here. So I don't want to lose the roundness of the bottom of the dreadlocks. So I'm actually going to edit the middle parts of the curve. And just scale by individual origins. Because if I scale by this median point, it's going to scale it in the center. I was doing this because it's mirrored over. Every dreadlock I'm working on has a mirror modifier, so it's mirroring over to the other side. If I do individual origins, now they're just going to scale individually, not based on the center of all of them. Jezik, what's up? No problem, Tail. Tailspin. Make a video on how you made Captain Jack. I don't know. What would the video entail? This is a bunch of... I kind of wish that I had live streamed it back when I made it, so that there would be a VOD of it. I don't know. People have asked me to make tutorials, and I just have no desire to make tutorials, honestly. I wish I did because so many people ask me to make tutorials, but I have no desire. Use a special mouse or just a regular one? I do. So this is actually a brand new mouse. I got it like last week. So for the longest time I've been using, this is the old mouse, a G502 Lightspeed. Incredible mouse. You guys have probably seen this or heard of it. It's like the most popular gaming mouse in the world. Logitech G502. I have had a version of this mouse since, I want to say 2017, somewhere in there. This mouse is fantastic in every way, except for one fatal flaw. It has mechanical switches for the clickers, and I ran into this problem, and almost everyone that had this mouse has run into this problem where the click would either let go when you don't intend it to, or it would double click. So you'll be like holding down left click and dragging. So like when you make a box. So like dragging left click, boop, to make a box, like a border select. You'd be doing that with this mouse. You'd be dragging and then it would just let go. Or you'd be dragging an icon or dragging a file from one place to another, and it would just let go when you don't intend it to. You're still holding the click down even super hard and it'll just let go. So that was the fatal flaw to this amazing mouse, was its mechanical switches just went out or went bad or whatever. I don't know what the problem was. And this is the third version of this mouse that I went through because of that problem, and I did it through warranty. This is the third mouse I got because of warranty. So I got a G502, click went bad, got it replaced through the warranty to mouse number 2. Same problem happened again, got it replaced again with this third mouse through the warranty. So that I had three of these mice through warranty. And yeah, so I finally upgraded. They created this version, this new one. This is the G5. Let me switch it the other way. Left to right, right? So this is the G502 that I got replaced 3 times through warranty because of that click. And then Logitech made this version, the G502X, and they fixed the click problem. They fixed it by switching to a hybrid mechanical optical switch. So it's got an optical switch there for the clicker. So now, supposedly, it should not have any of that double click or let go of click problems. And I've been using it for about a week and it's been flawless. It also has upgraded feet. So I originally thought, looking at this mouse, that they just changed the mouse feet to white instead of black. But it's actually a different material and it glides more smoothly. And then the sensor inside the mouse is actually better. So the sensor's better on this mouse, the feet glide better, and it's got optical switches instead of mechanical. So it's a beautiful mouse so far. It is pricey, but it is a beautiful mouse. And I have this mouse, not because I'm a super big pro gamer or anything, but because I really like having the extra buttons on the side. You can't see this very well. It's got the 2 basic mouse buttons. It's got the scroll wheel and mouse click, and it's got side click as well. But then on the front, this would be much easier if I just showed you online. Let me do that. Logitech G.com. Products, gaming mice, G502X. You guys are about to see the price on here too. Here it is. So I actually got it. I got it on Prime Day a week or 2 ago on Amazon. It was a lot cheaper on Amazon. So I got it for like $130 on Amazon a week ago. So I love this mouse and its predecessor, the bad one, because of these 2 buttons right here, as well as these buttons on the side. If I can show you better. Nope, it's too dark. So it's got these 2 buttons on the top, right next to your index finger, and then it's got these 3, 1, 2, 3. I just realized I'm giving out a free ad for Logitech right now. They need to compensate me for this. Yeah, so these 2 buttons on the side for index, love them. And then these 3 on the side for your thumb, love them. So 1, just for gaming. Whoa, Ollie Robs cheered 100. Guys, I think that's the first bits I've ever gotten on Twitch. That is amazing. Ollie Robs, thank you so much. Hello, big fan of your work and your TikTok content. Happy to catch you live. Thank you so much, Ollie Robs. That is amazing. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the first time I've ever gotten bits. Historic moment. Haha, OMG, I'm honored. No, I'm honored. Trust me, I'm honored. Bro, just know you're so cool. Thank you, SRT. Thank you so much. That means a lot. One of the cord is dirt. Yeah, so if you guys don't mind having a wired mouse, you can actually get the wired version, and it's like $30 cheaper. And they have a non-LED version, which honestly, you don't need the LED. There's a non-LED version, which is also like $20 cheaper. So if you get wired and non-LED, let's see how much that is. Gaming mouse, let's see, G502X. See, that's the old one I had, the one that gave out. You can't see this on TikTok. Let me move this over for you guys on TikTok real quick. There we go. So this is the original one I had, the G502 Lightspeed, $100. G502 Hero, so this is wired version. I think this is older though, I think, but I mean the mouse is, I think this probably still has the mechanical clicks though. Probably. Let's see. What switches does it have? If it's not mentioning the new switches, then this is the old. I'm pretty sure this is the older mouse. Cheered. Awesome. Dude, thank you so much. Hard Stuck Live. Is that 5 bits? Dude, thank you so much. Dang, two bits in one stream. That's awesome. And the first time at that. So yeah, this doesn't have it. So let's go back. Okay, I can't find the G502X wireless. I know they have one. They also have a white one, which the white one looks pretty cool too. I'm a fan of black instead of white with things like this, but okay. Where is it? I know they have one. Let me show you those switches. So there's the new optical switch. Is it not called the G502? Here we go. Okay, here. Perfect. So G502X plus, the plus means LED, I'm pretty sure. G502X Lightspeed, that is no LED, but still wireless. And then the G502X is wired, and it looks like no LED. So this is the one I just got a week ago, G502X Plus. Beautiful mouse so far. But honestly, you don't need the LED unless you just want it. I got it because, I don't know, it's cool, I guess. But one thing that I don't like though about this mouse, so where the LED is, it's kind of grooved. It's kind of insets into the mouse, which is cool, and you don't feel it on your hand except for right here at the very bottom. When I have my hand on this mouse, I feel the bottom of the groove right on the inside of the palm of my hand. It doesn't hurt, but I can feel it there. I've gotten more used to it over the past week, but I feel it there, and I kind of wish, because like the old one, let me show you this. This is new, this is old. The old was just smooth in that area. Right here, it's just smooth, so you didn't feel any grooves in your palm. But right here, that inset groove has those two corners on each side of the LED, and you can feel that on your palm. So not fond of that. I kind of wish they had just kept it smooth in that area. But yeah. So let's look at the price of this G502X. Yeah, dude, okay. 79 bucks, and you get it cheaper on Amazon. I would bet anything. So this is what I got. G502X Plus, G502X wired. Okay. So, in my opinion, at this time, I think this is the best mouse in the world. As a combination mouse for gaming, as well as just development, editing, all this stuff. Because something I haven't talked about yet is the keybinds. So I use these extra buttons at my index finger and the extra buttons for my thumb. I assign keybinds to those to help me more efficiently work in Blender. So like, let me show you an example right here. So like right now, I can select all these. Let's say I'm super far over here. I can press this keybind right here, doop, and it's gonna zoom right into what I have selected. And that's just a keybind I set up in Blender. Another thing that I commonly do is I select all vertices within an edge loop. So I'll select all those edges, and then when I press this keybind down here on the bottom where my thumb is, it selects all the geometry on this side of the edge loop. So that's something I do often. And so so if I don't have the keybind set, I have to select that and then go to edges. I don't even know where it is. Select loops, inner region, boop. So I have that set to a keybind on my mouse, boop, selects all of them. Or if I'm super far over here, keybind, boop, frames up that area. I also have these keybinds working for stuff that I play in like Fortnite or Lego Fortnite, stuff like that. So the keybinds on the mouse are just super, super awesome. Very handy dandy. So yeah, these have the exact same internal components minus the wireless and the LED. But so yeah, if you want to get the best mouse, I think right now in the world for as cheap as possible, and you're okay with a wired mouse, then get this one, G502X gaming mouse for 79 bucks. Likely cheaper on Amazon, so check that out. Or if you want to spend a little bit more money and want it to be wireless, but not have the LED, $139. Again, probably cheaper on Amazon. So $160 for LED and wireless, $140 for wireless, no LED, and then $80, a huge deal, for wired, no LED. That's my mouse recommendation for the day. I spent like the past 30 minutes talking about a mouse. I need to get back to work. I use a ball mouse, wow, with 4 buttons when I edit audio, and it's super. Oh, but I thought you meant by ball mouse like the really old mice that have an actual ball inside the mouse. I used to play with those things all the time. Remember those mice? Is anyone in the chat? Is anyone in the chat old enough to remember those mice? Where it had the door at the bottom. You take the door off, and there's like a rubber ball inside, and you take the ball and you just play with it, throw it around, roll it on the ground, put it back in, pop the door back on. Does anyone remember those? So you mean a ball mouse like those side mice? Let me look those up. Side ball mouse. These guys. I've seen these before. I just could not do that. I could never use that. Oh, TikTok can't see this. This guy right here. I could never do that. I could never do it. There's another one that's even crazier than that. This one right here. My friend uses this for audio. He loves it. And I could never. Could never, ever, ever. We've got 8 viewers on Twitch. That's awesome. 1 viewer on YouTube, sad. And 10 viewers on TikTok. Good morning, shipment girl. What's up? Oh. 4 buttons around it. The ball is way bigger. Oh, that's the one you have. Okay, cool. So you use that mouse when you edit audio. It's super handy to have each of the buttons. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. Thanks, appreciate it. Yeah, I'm streaming right now on 3 platforms, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. I'm gonna lurk on your YouTube then too. That's awesome. Yes, wasn't a system of wheels on the other side of the rubber ball? Was it? I don't know. I did not pay attention to mouse mechanics back then when I was a kid. I just remember there was a ball inside. Prathamesh, what's up? Which software are you using for this game? So I'm using Blender for all the modeling and Unity for the game engine. What's up, Pi? How's it going? I am making a mobile game for a client. Move this back over on TikTok. Okay, let's get back to this. So I am making the dreadlocks shorter per note by my client. Okay, so I've gotten the length good, I think, I hope. Now I'm just working on this central area. I didn't mess anything up when I was showcasing stuff. Did I select loop? Yeah, I don't think so. I'm just in case. Go back to here. Okay, I can't see PureRef. Actually, yeah, I mean, those do need to get moved. They need to be as centered as possible within the other 2 ends of the point. That's one thing I like to do in Blender is make a change and then Control Z, Control Shift C, like undo, redo, undo, redo. Just see what the difference looks like. And if it looks great, I move on. If it doesn't, then I just go back and fix it. How long have I been using Blender? Since 2006. Agent Sky, what's up? There's TikTok Live Studio telling me, we've detected inactivity on your stream. If you do not complete this puzzle piece CAPTCHA thing within the 5 minutes, we're going to shut your stream down. It's just because I have TikTok Live Studio minimized because I have OBS maximized. Come on, TikTok Live Studio. Don't detect inactivity. I know what I'm doing. When I want to end stream, I'll end stream. Okay. So we've got a good position. Now I just need to scale. We're still doing individual origin, right? Yep. And then you just need to scale. And then rotate just a bit. So we want to fit the contour of the shoulders. Make sure they're off the shoulders. Looks good. StreamKey from TikTok and use the vertical output plugin for OBS to stream everything through OBS. So I am using the vertical output plugin in OBS, and that's sending everything to TikTok Live Studio. But yeah, I'm using TikTok Live Studio separately for TikTok. I've looked into applying for the stream key, but where do you do that? Yeah, I'm maintaining everything in OBS. I just have TikTok Live Studio like streaming out to TikTok, but it's pulling in from the vertical plugin from OBS. But if you could let me know like where to apply for the stream key, that would be awesome. So I would love to not have to open TikTok Live Studio every time I stream. Yeah, you can send me a link. If it might not let you send it in chat. If it doesn't, then just send me a DM. You can DM me anywhere. Instagram, TikTok. Well, I guess not YouTube. Sorry, I keep burping, hiccuping because of this coffee. Send me a DM. Discord is the best place to contact me if you want to do that. DMs are open on Instagram, TikTok, X/Twitter, as well as Discord. Pound Cake, you have a stream key. Awesome. How did you get the stream key? Live Studio has better features and it's more reliable for me. But key maybe will work better for you. I do love some of the features. I do love the features in Live Studio. I don't like having two separate streaming softwares open. But I do love the features it has. Like I do love being able to switch out the gift goal as well as the sub goal and stuff like that in TikTok Live Studio. That's really cool. But other than that, I really just wish I could have all my stream stuff in one software, one platform. Let me actually edit the gift goal. I have it set to Money Gun, 10 of them, because people were doing like a ton of big gifts one stream on one of my VTuber streams. So I'm gonna edit this. Reset to game controller. That's good. And then just 5 of them. No, not 15. There we go. There we go. So I just updated the gift goal on TikTok Live Studio. Yeah, Pound Cake, how did you get the stream key for TikTok? Yeah, so I'm actually encoding 3 times Agent Skylight. OBS is encoding once to Twitch, once to YouTube, and then TikTok Live Studios encoding once to TikTok. So I'm encoding 3 times. I'm not using a 2080 though. My GPU is a 3080. But I would love to get a 40 series too. They're just so dang expensive. Okay. These can now be scaled. Oh, maybe not that way. Let me do. Oops. There we go. Gorgeous. And then let's re-edit these. That fits the contour pretty well. I think what needs to happen though is these need to come in some. And then need to rotate a little bit. That looks good. I think we've got the length good. So client said, let's go back to the original hair. Whoa. This is the original hair length. He said too long, take it to the armpits. So let's see what we got with our new hair. Boop. I think that fits the, I think that meets the note pretty well. It said take the hair length to the armpits. What do you guys think? Armpits are might have even gone too high. This is armpit area. So the bottom dreadlock right there is right at armpit area. I think that's great. It's a little bit above, well, I don't know. I want to err on too short than too long because on the call he was like very certain about making it shorter, like significantly. So I'm gonna stick with this. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be good. If not, we can always change it. Yeah, Agent Skylight, when I game, I also only do 1080. I have the ability to like do 4K, but I just do 1080 because it's really all I need. I take that back. I think I have it set to somewhere around 2K, like slightly above 1080, but not quite 4K. Yeah, so every dreadlock has its own physics. Let me show you. Let me come over here where you can actually see it better, because the camera is going to zoom in closer. There we go. So every dreadlock has its own physics. And I showed it earlier too, but this actually works beautifully on mobile as well. Let me pull it up. This is very difficult to do backwards. So the hair physics are working on mobile just as well as they are on my PC, so very promising. Oh, you went with the TikTok agency, okay. Yeah, I've had a few. I've had probably 20 different individuals reach out to me in TikTok DMs saying, hey, I'm part of such and such agency do you go live often? Would you like to, can I help you go live better and get more gifts into your streams? And I just always delete them. So the agency that you went with, did they just get you a stream and a stream key and then leave you alone? Or do you have to like give them a percentage of your income or whatever? Like, how does that work? The fact that you put the effort into making sure hair physics are the way they are is insane. Appreciate it, Em. Silly Snack says this isn't a Lego man. No, you're correct, it is not. Yeah, thanks guys. Okay, so we're good on length now. I want to say we are. These two are coming out a little bit too much. Let me fix that real quick. It's bothering me. See that gap there? I don't like that. And that is because of that. There we go. Actually, I should probably do that to all of those in the front. So if I hide that, that has a gap. What I'm doing right now honestly does not matter because physics is going to change the shapes of these anyway. But I am a perfectionist, and not even that. I just want to excel at everything I would do. I want to make sure that I'm doing a really good job at my work. So when I see something like that, I just want to fix it. Wait, did I already fix that one? Yes, I did. Okay. That's it. Okay, he said the thickness was good, so this... Oh, I need to add bones now. Urgh, that's gonna take so long. That's great geometry too, look at that. You love to see it. You love to see good geometry. Good contours. It's beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. They gave a key and for the most part left me alone. I'm gonna send a DM because I'm at work right now. Okay, no worries, yeah. Send me a DM and we'll talk more. I'd appreciate it. You plan on making a horror game? No, I've never had the idea to make a horror game. You never used Magical Cloth in Unity. I used good old Dynamic Bones though. Yeah, Magical Cloth is really, really cool. It's really cool. You can do a lot with it. There are some things that she's still working on, the developer, of like self-collision, like collision of the cloth within itself is still in beta right now, and I'm using it a little bit on the Lego Jack Sparrow physics, but it definitely could use some work in the self-collision area. But as far as I can tell on the roadmap, she is working on it, so that's cool. Cool to see. Okay, geometry's good, placement's good. He wants it to have more volume in the physics, but I'm wondering if I should also add more volume here in the default pose. Like maybe make the front pieces flare out a little more. Like that. Yeah, I think doing that would be a good idea. Yeah, let's do that. So we're gonna bring that one out a little bit and then bring this one out even more. I'm gonna rotate it that direction. Looks good. We're laying over the back, so that should be good. Yeah, don't need to do that. Well, maybe. Let me do that. And then just gonna do this one too. So let me hide these front ones for a bit. You add another layer that curve in so it makes like a half circle in the back. A half circle in the back. What do you mean by that? I don't want to add any more because the client has said that he's good with the number of dreadlocks. And I also don't want to add more just because I want to be very careful with, I want to make sure this game is very performant on mobile. And Magicka Cloth, the plugin I'm using for the physics, is very performant. It works very well. So I think we could get away with adding more dreadlocks. We could probably do like 2, 3, 4 times that many. But I want to make sure that we are performant across as many devices as possible. And the average phone out there is not like the latest iPhone or the latest Galaxy. So I want to make sure that it's performant across all devices, even the lower end mobile devices. So we're going to stick to this. Plus, client approved the number of them, so that's what matters most, honestly. Yeah, let's just move that right there. And go back a bit with this one. There we go. Now we're a bit more flared out, and that will give the hair some more volume. And then let's just unhide these. Do the same thing a little bit with these guys. Did you model this or was it sent to you? This was all modeled by me. Well, I say by me, so kind of a long story with this model. So before I actually started doing game dev and even the Pixelfire stuff, I've been doing visual effects and 3D animation. I have a freelance company that does contract work for movies, commercials, and TV shows. I've been doing that since 2015. And so this client of mine, I actually worked for him on videos doing visual effects for him years ago. And so one of the things that he hired me to do was actually make a logo animation for this brand. Let me actually pull that up. Where would that be? Let's see if I can pull it up. Tulin mobile game. Logo renders. Here we go. I'm going to show you guys this. So the client hired me to create this logo animation for his brand years ago. And it is right here, Tulin logo animation version 3. You guys can't hear it. There's an audio version of this. Nope. Anyway, actually, maybe I can pull it up on his website. Let's see. Let's see if he has it here. And this will actually have the audio. Here. You can kind of hear it. So this was, let me turn this back on. So this was the logo animation that I created for this client years ago. And so this was the first version of the model that we made for this character. And I didn't model this because I actually outsourced the modeling. So with my freelance company that does visual effects and 3D animation, a lot of times depending on the workload or depending on what's going on, I will hire subcontractors and outsource. So I actually hired another artist to actually model this character based on the image references from the client. So a subcontractor of mine modeled the first iteration of this character, and you can actually see that here. Drip original back here. This version back here is the original model. And another one of the things that we are doing for the mobile game is when we made this back in the day, look how much thicker he is. Boop. Look at the difference. He's like super thick, wide face, wide body, super muscular. And then the new Drip, from notes from the client for the mobile game, he wanted him to be more fit, more athletic, more ninja-like, and which matches the more recent versions of the comic books down here. So that's one thing we did. So I took the original model, to answer your question in a very long way, took the original model that we made years and years ago and reworked the geometry, optimized it, made it lower poly for the mobile game, made him less thick and more slim, more toned, and much lower geometry. So like, let's just look at this body. 14,000 faces, and this one has 9,000 faces. So that's like 2/3 of the geometry on the body, and change some other stuff up too. So yeah, that's a long answer to your question. Yes, Agent Skylight, there are constraints or restraints. So let me actually show you that on the cloth settings. You're on YouTube, so you can see this. So they have, so yeah, so these are all the settings for the cloth. And TikTok can't see it, so let me pull that over. So yeah, there's angle restoration, which makes it so that like the stiffer you make it, the more the cloth or the hair, whatever you're simulating with physics, the more it will return to its original default position. So like for the Lego Jack Sparrow, I have stiffness all the way up to 1 or really close to 1, so that it retains that original shape as much as possible to look more like the Lego piece. But if you wanted something that was a lot more fluid, you'd have the stiffness lower. Then you have shape restoration, that's here, and then you have movement limit, where you can limit the distance. Then there's all the collision settings, self-collision settings, wind. There's a lot. Angle limit, you can place a limit on the rotation of the bones. It's just really cool. A lot of really cool settings in this plugin. Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Gap on the left is bigger. Is it? That might have been an old comment. I need to fix that. Or no, wait, I already did that one, so I need to move this one over. There we go. Oh, sorry, TikTok. Let me move that back over. So it could come out a little bit. There we go. Now the dreads have a little bit more body, more volume, which is good. What is that going on there? Oh, that's just a smooth thing. And that's in the curve too. So when I apply that, yeah, so after it gets applied, that should be fixed. I mean, you're not even gonna see it anyway, but okay. Object, convert mesh, and then in the smooth settings, auto smooth. Oh, whoa. There we go. Yes, that gets fixed in the smooth settings, so not worried about that. Okay. This looks golden to me. I think we're ready to take it over to... Oh, we're not ready to take it over to Unity. We've got to add bones to this hair. That's what we gotta do. I need to move that one over a little bit. There we go. There we go. There we go. Now we're in business. And it's okay that we don't have... I could honestly do that and then mirror it. Add another hair piece. Do that. So then it's 18 hairs instead of 17. Tempted. I'm very tempted. But we do have the top layer covering the gap. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. Yes, Agent Skylight, 100%. Okay, cool. Omar says Lego mode again. Saw this guy at GalaxyCon. I promise you didn't. I've never been to a con in my life. Oh, do you mean the drip guy? Yeah. Yeah, so this client of mine that created the superhero brand, he goes to Comic-Cons like every single weekend. It is insane. This guy grinds like crazy. What do I do for a living? I do visual effects and animation and 3D work for movies, commercials, and TV shows. And I also, as of just a few years ago, do game design as well. Game dev. Yeah, so yeah, that's really cool that you saw this client at a con. Where was it? GalaxyCon? Where's that? That's super cool. The last stream that I did, deving this game, a guy hopped on stream and he was like, I know who you're making this superhero for. He came to my school and spoke at my school. And I thought that was the coolest thing ever, because this client of mine, he actually goes around to high schools and middle schools. He's a motivational speaker, speaks to kids. And I thought it was the coolest thing because someone that saw my client at his school hopped on my stream somehow. Out of the 7-8 billion people in the world, this person that got on my stream last stream saw my client at a motivational speaking event at his school, and then hopped on my stream and saw me working on this game for the same client. That just blew my mind. It's crazy small world. Okay, I'm good with this. Let's start adding bones just like I did for Lego Jack Sparrow. This is the intensive part. How many bones did I add for Jack Sparrow? Let's see. Go parts. Oof, that's a lot of bones. It's like... Now granted, this is for PC and the superheroes for mobile, so I don't need as many probably. But we've got... Not what I want to do. I'm gonna go into edit mode. So these front dreads, we've got 6 bones. It's like 6 bones, yep, per dread. 4 on the shortest ones. So, those of you that are begging for Lego VTuber setup, here's some Lego VTuber setup for you. Jack Sparrow's hair. There you go. 5 per dread max. There are 17 dreads. So 5 times 17, what is that? 50 and 30, 85 bones. What do I have here? 70, well, 73 bones. This is on PC. If I did 4 bones times 17, that's 40 and 28, 68. That's still a lot of bones. But we do have more dreads. That's the thing. What's your career ladder? Oh, ladder like? Did you have to study for this? No. So I started in 3D and visual effects work as a kid. When I say a kid, I was like 14 years old. I made short films with my friends and just self-taught how to do visual effects and compositing by watching YouTube videos, and did that all throughout high school. Went to college. I actually got a degree in film. They didn't teach me any of this stuff in college. I learned about directing, acting, camera work. Got to mess around with a bunch of RED cameras, which are a very high-end digital camera, and got to learn all the aspects of filmmaking, mostly in the production phase and pre-production, not so much in post-production. We did have editing classes and audio editing and stuff, but nothing like this. No 3D design, no visual effects, any of that. So that was all still self-taught even throughout college. And then senior year of college, I just started getting some freelance gigs in visual effects. I made like $1,000 for an entire year, my senior year, doing freelance work. And then after college, obviously that's not enough to live on. So I got a job editing for a small company, doing video editing. I did that for like 7 months after college while I continued to do my freelance work on the side, and eventually built my freelance work up until I could make a livable income on it. And then 7 months after graduating, I quit that job, and then I just did full-time freelance. So ever since 2015, I've been doing full-time freelance. And so the path was just self-teaching how to do this stuff, looking up, wanting to make my own project, my own short film when I was a kid, wanting, hey, I need to put a monster in this film. It's an alien monster movie. I gotta put a monster in here. How do I do that? So I did Google searches, found a Blender, free software, figured out how to make a very simple low poly monster, nothing impressive, figured out how to rig it with bones like I'm doing here, and then animate it, which again, the animation was not incredible, but it was something, and I was only 14 years old, so I did that. Also made a animated Lego film when I was like 14, 15, 16. It is out there on the internet somewhere. It's not on my Pixelfire YouTube channel, but I uploaded it a long time ago. I think I might actually re-upload it on my Pixelfire YouTube channel. It's so funny though. I don't want to say cringy, but I mean, I made it when I was a kid, but it's like 15 minutes long. It could be shortened down a lot just from editing because all the shots are so long, because the way I made it was like, okay, I need to make it shot by shot in this film. And I animated the shot in Blender and then rendered out more than enough frames for each shot. And the rendering took so long on my tiny little terrible laptop I had when I was a kid that I felt like I had to use every single frame of each shot in the video, so the edit is so long. Like something will happen in a shot and then the shot will just keep going, and then it'll switch to the next shot. Keep going. So it could be trimmed down a lot. So I think if I ever do upload my first Lego animated film ever, if I do upload it to my channel, I'm gonna have to re-edit it to just trim down each shot, cut it down some. Where's Lego Man? Lego Man is on my PC somewhere. Capable of doing it if we put in the work. Yep, 100%. Rye Guy, another person who has met the guy who created this character at convention. That's awesome. How hard is it to attach clothes or make clothes for a model? It depends on what you mean by clothes. So like the clothes on this model, I mean, he's essentially wearing tights, so it's not even a separate layer. It's just the separation here is only like that. It's still the same geometry. So if you're talking about this, it's really just all part of the same model. Pixelfire. So my Pixelfire character. Let's see. I think I could show you that. Let me see. Recent. No. Pixelfire has separate clothes meshes. I mean, I don't know how to model clothes. It depends on what you need it for. If you're doing it for like game dev, I would just like, and you want it to be, okay, for game dev, you don't want the clothes to be a separate model from the actual mesh. You would want to do it like this, where it's all the same piece. You might want to extrude it more if it's like not part of this, if it's not tights like the superhero is, you'd want to like make it thicker around like that, but it's still the same mesh. It's still the same object like that. It's still the same. It's all connected. See? Still the same object. But if you're doing something for a movie or a commercial where it's higher poly, you're just rendering, you don't need it to run in real time in a game engine like Unity or Unreal, then you would make separate objects. You could take this model and you could do this, separate it, boop, now you have a shirt, and then just like edit it out or like make everything wider, you add some thickness to it. Another thing you can do is you can use a program like Marvelous Designer. Marvelous Designer is a cloth simulation program where you can actually make cloth as well. Let me actually pull it up. Boop. Marvelous Designer. I use this a lot, not for game design, but I use it for movies that I work on. Marvelous Designer. So Marvelous Designer, you can actually make the cloth in the software. So let me see where I can find one. Fantasy outfit. Okay. So you have a 3D canvas on the left and you have a 2D canvas on the right. And you draw the shapes on the canvas, and then it will simulate the falling of the cloth in real time. Let's see where she did it on here. It's like right here. So right now it's just 2D. Let me pause so TikTok can see. Boop. This is Marvelous Designer app that I use for movies sometimes. She's got 2D in the 2D canvas here, and she's about to simulate it, and it's gonna fall. So it's falling, and then you can drag it around. See, she's dragging it with her mouse in real time and repositioning areas of the cloth to make it fit better. So this is a very popular software for cloth simulation and cloth creation for clothes and such, for 3D characters that are more high poly for like movies and commercials and stuff. You wouldn't really, you might use this for a game that's like a AAA game, like for console or PC, but you definitely would not use this for a mobile game. I wouldn't use it for a mobile game. And you can see, you just make all these layers in 2D and then it covers, and it's just really cool software. That's Marvelous Designer. Looking to make VR chat clothes. Okay. Yeah, I would just model it in Blender. Pairing some dreads with 5 bones to keep the hair looking a bit more smooth and cutting down on the number of bones needed. That's a possibility. Yeah. Yeah, like keep those grouped. Keep these grouped, or yeah, I think we really could do that. We could group them and then have the physics just handle groups of dreads. We could do that. I don't think we need to, though. I think we'll be able to get away, even performance-wise, with having every dread simulated by itself, especially since we're doing the bone cloth method right now. Because first off, this plugin Magica Cloth in Unity is just, it's very, very performant. It uses the new dots integration that Unity has put in. Dots is very, very performant. So I'm not worried right now, even with simulating all 17 dreads. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to simulate it with all 17 dreads. And then if we run into issues later, then I will cut back on the number of dreads that we're actually simulating, and then I'll group them together. But for now, I think we're fine just doing them individually. Okay, let's add bones to these. Part of issues with is attaching it to a model, rigging, and painting it. Gosh, weight painting is a whole nother ballgame. You're about to see some weight painting if you stick around long enough. I'm going to add some bones to these dreads and then weight paint them. You guys can watch that if you want. But the way that I'm handling these dreads is the exact same way that you would handle clothes for VR chat clothes. So just stay tuned and stick around and watch, and you can apply the same principles to the clothes. So just pretend this is a skirt on a character. Same exact way. Did you go to college? Yes, I did. Just using dynamic bones. Did I turn the music back on? Yes. Okay. You're in college for 3D game art. That's awesome. You can't model, but you can rig and create shape keys. I gotta use the bathroom, guys. I'll be right back. Okie dokie, what is he using to make this? Blender and Unity. Okay, let's add some bones. I'm also gonna need to convert these curves to meshes as well. I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and do that. Just make sure we're good on the tops here. Yeah, I think that's... Another reason why we don't need to be as precise, I am still going to be super precise on this model, but we don't need to be because this is going to be on mobile, not PC. So this is about how big you're gonna see this character. So like you can't even see. So Zach, follow the live creator. That's awesome. My name is Zach. I haven't used Unity for a while because I have been using Godot. Oh, cool. Hey, what do you call it? Godot or Godot? Do they ever fix the Blender file compatibility for mesh instancing? I didn't realize that was a problem. So I don't know. Are you just doing art currently? No, so this is... I'm developing this mobile game for a client of mine. Okay, bones, let's get right to it. First, I'm going to... These are the curves, so I'm gonna save them in case we need to go back and edit. Move to a new collection called... Actually, let's do this. New selection, curves, move them to curves, and then duplicate them, move them to there. There we go. Wait, what? Move them, but then it keeps them as well? Is it duplicating them? That's odd. Okay, so the curves are there. We can turn those off, and then these are, I'm going to convert to mesh. Let's do one just to start. So we've got a weld and a subdiv, so I can just actually need to object convert. Okay, can't see. Object convert to mesh. But then we lose the modifiers, so I need to then okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna duplicate one so we have the modifiers. Boop. And then I'm going to select all of them and then object convert to mesh. So it applied the modifiers to all of them except for that one? Why? It's weird. Oh well. And then copy the modifiers, boop. We just don't need the mirror. Then apply and apply. Okay, delete. Now all of these are meshes. A wee bit high poly. 6,700 faces for just the hair. That's almost as much faces as we have for the whole body. Yeah, that could be reduced for sure. So what if... I don't know, because the sub is important. Let's see. Let's just look at this one. Convert to mesh. And then wireframe. So that's good down that way. That's good geometry, but around is bad. So that's why we add the subdiv surface. But I want it to only be around and not down. So maybe what I can do is get it in the curve. Geometry, resolution. That's it. That's what we want to do. But wait. Okay, it's not affecting the vertical, only the horizontal. Nope, it is. Is it? No, it's not. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's what I need to do. Okay. That way I don't have to retopologize everything. Or not retopologize, but like reduce everything manually. Because if I reduced everything manually, this is what that would look like. And I kind of actually did this for the Lego Jack Sparrow dreads. Is it would look like this. So object, convert to mesh. Okay, so there's our mesh, and it actually has more geometry than it is showing. Okay, so right there. And then I would have to go through and, which technically this wouldn't take too long, but I could select, whoop, nope. Select, and then, nope, I gotta do it by hand. Boop, 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 boop. Basically select every other edge loop. And then get to the bottom. This is what I did on Jack Sparrow, Lego Jack Sparrow, and then just delete edge loops there. And there's our more optimized geometry. So instead of having to do that for every single dread, or at least half of them, I'm going to just change the curve resolution. Okay, and then forget the subdiv surface. Let's see, how many is it around? Because I like it how it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, so I have 6, so I need 8. So one more. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's it, right there. Why is that so big though? Oh, but you know what the subdiv surface is giving us? It's giving us that rounded bottom. Dang. Frick, I really don't want to do that. I have to change this to match that. So this gets me the amount of geometry I want, but the subdiv surface gets me the rounded bottom. Frickers. I'm just gonna do it the other way. I'm gonna do it the way that I did the Lego Jack Sparrow. This will take a bit. It probably won't take too long. Might take 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay guys, can you time me? Time me on this, okay? Let's see how long it takes. Don't start the timer yet. Let me get prepped first. So we're all still curves, meshes, okay. So let me go ahead and object, convert to mesh, and then copy the modifiers, except for the mirror, and then apply and apply. Delete that. Okay, so then all of these. Okay, that's interesting. I just found a bug in Blender. So look at this. Do you guys see this? This right here is not showing the actual geometry. This is the actual geometry. I have to go into edit mode and then back into object mode, or just to edit mode first, and it will show the real geometry. That is a bug. I need to submit that to Blender. Let's see, where's my notepad? I'll just write it down. Should I put a note on my phone? There's also another another bug that I picked up on a few days ago. What was it? I forget. Okay. New document, Blender bug. And the bug is curve with subdiv modifier with optimal display. Hey, thanks for the sub, Livy Carter, appreciate it. A curve with subdiv modifier with optimal display on, converted to mesh, retains optimal display, i.e. wrong geometry, until going into edit mode and back to object, or just going into edit mode. Okay, I will submit that later. Oop. Okay. You guys, don't time me yet. Don't start my time yet. I need to get all these situated. Okay, so these are all meshes now, right? No curves. They're all looking good. Okay, so what I'm about to do now is get rid of every other edge loop on all these dreadlocks. Okay? Looking good either way. Appreciate it. Put some dread jewelry on the 2 middle locks and keep it large. That would be awesome. That would look cool, although I have to stick to the design and the look of the actual superhero, and he does not have any jewelry in his dreads. Bro, just casually making a video game? Yes. A game for a client. Which I love this client for this, by the way, but this client, it's actually in our contract. I asked if, because I told my client that I do the live streams and stuff, and I asked him if I could actually live stream development of this game. He's like, yeah, sure. Because a lot of clients, they don't like major clients, typically not indie clients maybe, but like clients that are actual companies. Well, my client is a company, I guess. Large companies, like hundreds of employees. They don't like showcasing stuff like this before it's actually ready to release, which I hate so much. So for my own brand, for my own personal games that I'm making through Pixelfire, I want to make it as public as possible, as early as possible. That's why I'm already, hey Ace, thanks for subscribing on YouTube, appreciate it. That's why I'm already showcasing the development of the game way before it's ready to release, because I think it's really cool. It builds hype, it involves the community, it gets feedback early on, and I love that. And I think it's very, very valuable. And I think every company should do it, even the large ones. They should live stream or at least showcase in videos the development of their game, even from the very beginning, from the get-go. I just think it's really cool to see. I think people love seeing behind the scenes and how stuff is made, and it's really valuable, I think, for building momentum and building hype for a game. So that's something I'm always going to push to do for myself, and I'm always going to, if I'm working on something for a client, going to push that as well. And this client agreed to let me live stream and just be very public about the entire development of this game. So that's I love my client for that he is open to that and is good for it, because I told my client that, and my client was like, yeah, you can totally do that. It's just free marketing. And it's true. It's free marketing. It's just really cool. So that's what we're doing. Okay. Are you guys ready to time me? I just realized you're the LEGO VTuber guy. Yes, I am the LEGO VTuber guy. Can you make Iron Man one of your games? No, because that's someone else's IP. I could add him as a LEGO character in my VTuber setup. What modifier do you use to turn the curve 3D? It's not a modifier, I just converted it to a mesh. Object convert mesh. Okay, you guys ready? Time me. It is 12:03 p.m. Time me and let's see how long it takes for me to manually get rid of all the every other edge loop for all these dreadlocks. You ready? Okay, let's do this. This is one of those tedious manual things that you just have to do in 3D design sometimes. If there is an automated way to do this that anyone knows of in Blender, please let me know. But here we go. Ready? Okay, 12:04 p.m. Let's do this. Okay, let's hide this. Okay. Here we go. 12:04 p.m. Here we go. So how's your day going? I'm just manually deleting all these every other edge loop on some dreadlocks for a tiger superhero. How's your day going? Delete edge loop. Beautiful. I'm not going to do that for the other side. I can just mirror it. So I'm actually going to get rid of all these. Wait, is it mirrored? Oh, it's the same mesh. Okay. So I'll just do it on one and then mirror it over. I see. All edit mode. Not that one. Why is it selecting that? Oh, they're linked. They're actually connected. Where are they connected? Okay, scratch that. Scratch that. New time, new time. I'm starting over. Maybe, if I have enough undos. Nope, don't have enough. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. Nope, I don't have enough undos. Frick. It's okay. It's okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, I need to fix this real quick before I continue, guys. Sorry about that. Oh, that makes me mad. Okay, well, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna delete that one. And go ahead and delete these. What? Delete mercies. Oh, did that delete the middle one? No, it didn't. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go back in here. This is why you always save iterations. I'm glad I saved all these curves. Take that one. Duplicate it. And then move it into there. Okay. Turn all those curves back up, off, and then we have this piece. And then I'm going to just go ahead and turn mirror off. And then object convert to mesh. Correct. And then copy modifiers. We'll get rid of mirror. Okay, there's our piece. And then apply, and then apply. Okay, now we're ready to get rid of everything, because then when I'm done, I can just mirror everything over. Okay. I have no idea what's happening, but I like this. Appreciate it, Prince. Are you interested in the metaverse being a character designer? I don't know. I don't know that we know exactly what the metaverse is yet. That is still speculation. Honestly, the whole metaverse thing has kind of died off now that, not died off, but it's been backed off of a lot now that AI is the thing now, the thing that's in. There's just waves. There's waves of what's in. It was metaverse, now it's AI. So, we'll see. Okay. Time me, guys. You ready? You ready to time me? Now I'm going to manually get rid of every other edge loop on this hair. Okay, here we go. Starting at 12:09. Let's do this. So, how was your day? Or how is your day, everyone? What are you doing right now? Besides watching the stream, is anyone actually doing anything else while they watch stream, or are you just watching and chilling? Okay, delete edge loop. That is a good geometry level right there. Actually, let me do one more and see what that looks like. I honestly could probably get away with that right there. I should do that. Oof. Because again, you're never, like, this is how far we're gonna be away from this hair. Where's our drip? There's our drip. Nope, that's an old one. Where's... Drip new low poly, right? Drip new low poly. There he is. There's our new drip. We're gonna be this far away. Like, he's never gonna be closer than this. So is that enough geometry still? It's plenty. It's plenty. So yeah, I could do it even more. So I'm gonna do that. But I'm gonna do that after I do the other one first. Or the other one. So we'll do it one reduction and then a second reduction after that. Yeah, okay. What time did we start at? 12:09? Sometimes in 3D you just gotta do the tedious stuff like this. Okay. Oh. Let's hide those. Okay. Thank you for responding to my message yesterday. I have found out I want to use Unreal Engine. Okay, cool. I've never used Unreal Engine before, but it looks pretty cool. Pretty cool. How do you invert normals? Control N. Select all, or sorry, Alt N, and then flip the normals or recalculate outside or inside. You teach people how to make games or how to make anything? No, not really. People ask me for tutorials, but I have no desire to make tutorials. This is the closest thing you're gonna get to tutorials from me at this time. So that's all I can give you at this time. If you're interested in learning, well, first off, I would say just look up tutorials on YouTube because you can find more succinct videos that teach you how to do stuff. But if you want to learn from me specifically, then just watch my game dev live streams. And I'm streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok, so take a pick. Or if you're not able to catch the lives and you still want to learn specifically from me, then you could watch the VODs. They're all on YouTube. So live stream all these on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube, and then the VODs are stored on YouTube. They're public and they'll be there forever. A huge shout out to all of you guys that are here right now. Really appreciate you being here. You guys could be anywhere else doing anything else right now, and you are watching my stream, and that means a lot. It really does. Thanks for keeping me company. Currently working in Ableton or some music projects for a game concept. What is Ableton? To release soundtrack to try and gain funding for the development of the game. That's awesome. Yeah, that's something I need to figure out for, or not the Tooland game, but for my brick building game. I need to figure out music for that. I have a guy that I've hired in the past to create music for some of the movie or not TV show. Some of the projects I've worked on in the past, I've hired a music creator to create, and he's incredible. He's a little expensive though, because he actually makes music for movies. So I might hire him to do the music for my games, but I might also just hire someone from the community, because I've had a few people, like 1 or 2 people, reach out to me on Discord saying like, hey, I make music. Can I make music for your game? So I might do that instead. We'll see. I might sample a few artists and see which one I'd like to work with. It's the last one, I believe. Okay. So 12:16, so that took 7 minutes. That's honestly not too bad. Not too bad. It felt like it was going to take a lot longer than that, but I'm actually going to go ahead and optimize these one more time, one more reduction amount. I want to keep this much geometry because I know we could get away with it. Because what are we at? 1900 faces? I know, well, double that because it's going to be mirrored. I know we could get away with this, but it just feels wrong to have this much geometry in a mobile game. And again, I do want to make sure we're supporting lower end mobile devices. So, because like, where's Drip? Where's Drip? New low poly. I mean, even Drip could honestly be reduced some more, but we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Yeah, I'm gonna do one more reduction. So boop, 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 boop. Oh no, it's not gonna be even. It's okay. Yeah, that is gonna be fine. I'm gonna leave the extra geometry piece at the, or I could just do this and then just slide it down a little bit. Or I could keep this one at the end and start from here. Do that. And then just do this. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So we're going to start from here, get rid of that. No, wait, get rid of that one. Yep, get rid of that. Boop. That's it right there. And then I'll fix the bottom one after. How long does the game take to dev? It depends on the game. It depends on what type of game it is and how many levels are in the game. It really depends on what type. Mobile games in general are gonna be quicker to develop than a console game or PC game. And RPGs are gonna take the longest because there's so much, there's so many branches, possible branches of things that can happen in an RPG. So yeah, it really just depends on the game. Is it a repeatable game? like Temple Run or Subway Surfers. Is that what it's called? Subway Surfers? Or Flappy Bird? I mean, it just depends. Is it like if it's a repeated game where you can just make a few assets and then it just repeats over and over again? Like that's a lot faster than doing something that is not repeated. So it really just depends. You making an asset for a game, or are you just? I'm developing a mobile game, a full-fledged mobile game for a client. How long do you think this will take you? Well, the plan is to be done with this game by September, October. And we're almost in August. It's another few months. The uniform is similar with My Hero Academia. A hero named Academia? Who is that? Pull out your crappy Galaxy A50 and tell you how it runs. If it runs on that, run on anything, probably. No, I mean, okay, so it's a little different. So like so I'm developing games of my own, and then I'm developing this game for a client. So I can't quite do everything in the exact same way because the decisions for this game aren't entirely up to me because I have a client that I'm building it for. But as far as testing for my own games that I'm developing, yes, I want you guys helping test those games as early as possible. And I'm going to make that happen. I have not talked to my client for this game yet about how he feels with me sending this game out to get you guys to test it. So I'll do that probably in our next call. Ask about beta testing. Because I mean, that would be really good to get this game tested on a bunch of devices. Because like I'm testing on my Galaxy S22, I think it is. And then I also have an iPhone 12 mini or 11 mini, 12 mini. But other than that, I think I have one old phone, maybe a Galaxy S8 maybe? We have some older phones, but they're few and far between. It'll be awesome to get some mass testing done through you guys. Because I don't even have to throw the APK around to people. I can use, if you have iOS devices, I can use TestFlight, and that's a safe way to get test the game via iOS. And then Android has something similar, but I haven't used it yet on the Google Play Store. But it's like a beta testing program they have. Power Clean says that's what you look like. That's what is what I look like. That's awesome, Agent Skylight. Then please stick around, because I would love to have people test my games especially, and then also this game too if the client allows it. Okay. Guys, please remind me to raid at the end of this stream, okay? Don't let me forget. What the hell is that? Necroviathan? Who is that? Almost done. Then we can start adding bones. Can you guys still hear the music? Okie dokie, that is everything. Okay, how long did that take? That took like 11 and 6. It's like around 15 minutes. Plus I was talking in between that, so it's pretty good. Oh, good friend of yours. Okay, cool. You stream together a lot. Oh, awesome. That's awesome. Agent Skylight, where do you stream? I'll check out your channel or your stream after my stream. Okay. Let's turn Drip back on. Come here, Drip. Boop. Drippity drip, drip, drip. We're looking good, folks. Okay, let's go ahead and mirror these. Mirror. What was I using before as the central, as the mirror object? Let's see. Curves. I was using Drip Rig 0.003, okay? Yeah. And then just copy the modifier from here. There we go. Okay, now we have our optimized geometry for mobile across all dreadlocks, and it's mirrored. Now, and look. So like up here, if you zoom in super, super close, like right here. Yeah. The shape, you can tell is a little bit low poly in some places, barely. I mean, we're never gonna be this close, and this is on mobile. We're gonna be like out here on mobile. Can't even see. Looks super high poly, but it's not. This is actually probably the amount of geometry that would even be in a PC or console game. This still is super, super high poly for mobile. We're at 11,000 faces for one character. This is insane for mobile, typically. Let's see if I decimate this. Let's see, decimate. Before the mirror. Unsubdivide. I mean, that's crazy right there, but that would honestly probably... The big game companies are probably going to go that low poly in a mobile game. Probably even less. They're honestly not even going to have physics on hair. And something you will only find right here is physics on hair on dreadlocks in a mobile game. You probably won't find that anywhere else. Triangulate? I don't really have to triangulate now. The game engine will triangulate by itself. I only triangulate when there's an area that I would need it to triangulate in a certain direction. But other than that, I'm just gonna let the game engine do it. If the game engine triangulates a certain face in a way that doesn't look good later, then I'll just go in and triangulate it then. But it's fine for now. Yeah, so this is good. Wait, what happened? Where is that right? Yeah, okay, that's right. Oh, I've got to fix the bottom edge of all these. Let's see. And then go in edit mode and then just select. Whoa. Select that. I need to center this edge better. So slide edge slide, individual origins, and then boop. Right in there. Okay. Perfect. Right there, perfect. That bottom edge is centered, and then I can also go ahead and fix this one just for kicks and giggles. Just a little bit. A little too much. That looks good. And a little bit more. This is where my perfectionism comes in, and it is not always beneficial. That's good. That looks good. We're golden. Okay. Geometry is golden. I'm calling it done. Now let's add the bones to this hair. miHoYo is a huge company though and has very large expectations when it comes to stylized character quality. miHoYo? I've not heard of miHoYo. Your streams are very adult oriented. Okay. Yeah, everything I do here is very family friendly. I mean, I'll go check out your stream for sure, but yeah, apologize for not like showcasing it. Occasionally, if a streamer hops onto my streams, I might go look at their channel live on stream, but I want to try to avoid that in case they are more adult in SFW. Okay, bones. Let's add some bones. Here we go. Let's hide this first layer and do a bone here first. First selected, Shift A, armature. Where is it? Is it so tiny? It is so tiny. Let's front. There we go. All the way to the bottom. Change to stick mode. I'm actually gonna do this. Actually, I'm gonna snap it. That'll be faster. Snap to vertex. Don't project on self. Boop. Snap straight to that vertex. That was right at the end. I'll just do the same thing right there too. Boop. That's one bone. Obviously, we need a lot more than that. So let's subdivide it and subdivide it one more time. That's 4 bones. That's too many bones. Actually gonna hide the rest of these dreadlocks for now. Okay. I think I want to do 5 bones. Kind of need one right in there. Need one right at this point right here. Maybe 6. That might be overkill. I think 6 is overkill. Oh, I do not want to be snapping right now. If I do 5 per we've got 17 dreadlocks times 5, that's 50, and 35, that's 85 bones. If I do 4 times, or not 4, sorry. 5 bones per dreadlock is 85. 17 times 6 is 60 and 42. That's 102 bones. It's 102 versus 85. I probably should do 5. Jonasek, what's up? A superhero on the screen is your personal own concept. No, so this is these are images taken from the comic book of Tooland. So my client, I'm working on this mobile game for a client, and this client's superhero comic book is called Tooland, and this is the superhero character. These are images taken from the comic book. He has released 4 comic book issues and 1 animated cartoon episode. He's working on getting action figures printed as well, and he has me working on the game, the mobile game. Yeah, I could get in trouble for sampling the Home Depot guitar sound from their old theme and modifying it for a song. I have no idea. I'm not the person to ask that question to. Oh, I see Skylight. Got it. Thanks for all the follows, guys. Means a lot. I want to say that Magica Cloth, I don't know, maybe I should just reach out to the developer and be like, how many bones is too much for a mobile game? Maybe she has said, let's check it out. Magica Cloth 2.2. How many bones are too much? It uses Unity dots, which is already going to be very performant. I mean, I already know this thing is super performant, so it should be okay with that many bones. I mean, there's probably not going to be a noticeable difference between doing 100 bones versus 85 bones for the hair. So I think we'll be okay. But if we're not, then I'll just cut it out later, right? Because, I mean, look. This is the performance we're getting, and we're getting equivalent performance on mobile as well. And this is using the mesh cloth option in Magica Cloth. It's not even using bones yet, so bones is going to make this more performant already. And we're already great, so I think we're going to be fine. So I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do more bones. I'd rather err on the side, to a degree, of quality with this. So yeah, I'm going to do 6 bones per dread. So it's really like, yeah, look at that. It's 1 bone per every 2 faces, essentially. That's what it is. So what I can do actually is I can, again, don't need to do this, but do that. So then it is exactly in the middle. everything. Okay. I feel good about that. 6 bones for 1 dreadlock. Beautiful. Now I just gotta do the same thing for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more times. 5, 6, so 8 more times. And then I'll just mirror it. And we'll be golden. What are you doing? I am creating a mobile game for a client. Man, this is tough. So it's 12:40 p.m. for me right now, and I want to eat lunch, but I also want to keep streaming. So I don't know what to do. Do I go... I've never done this before. Usually I just end stream and then go eat lunch. But I see a bunch of other streamers, they stream like all day long, and they eat their meal in between, or while they're streaming. Lego game is growing great. Thanks. Thanks, Paul. I appreciate it. Lego game's going great. But this is a superhero mobile game for a client. See, I don't know, what do I do? Do I just end stream, go eat lunch, come back and start stream again? Or do I just keep streaming? I don't want to eat lunch. I'm not going to eat lunch while I stream. That seems silly. Do streamers actually do that? Do streamers actually like eat lunch? I was watching Pirate Software the other day, and he was eating lunch. He was eating some pizza, but he like turned his camera off while he was eating. But I also don't want to end stream and then restart again. I guess I could do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna end stream. I'm gonna go eat lunch, and then I'm come back and continue from where we left off. So next stream, which will happen in like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, I'm going to finish adding the bones to all the hair, and then I'm gonna bring the new hair into Unity, and I'm going to set up the new hair with the physics, and that'll call it a day. You have Pirate Software open on the other monitor? That's awesome. Okay, a raid. We're gonna do a raid. So I'm glad that you reminded me of that. I'm gonna do a raid. So I'm gonna end stream right now. I'm gonna go eat lunch. I'm gonna come back and stream some more. Okay, so that'll be in like 45 minutes, maybe an hour. So please guys, come back for that. But in the meantime, let's go raid someone on Twitch. So if you are on YouTube right now or TikTok, come over to Twitch and we're gonna raid someone. Let's do it. Okay, I don't know who to raid though. Let's see. I've only raided someone once before, so I'm still very new to this. Okay, raid channel. Let's see, raid channel. I want to raid someone in the same group. Software and game development, cool. Getting a C education, 12 viewers. Burke learns Blazor, don't know what that is. Pirate Jam, I could do, wait. Oh, this is someone, this isn't Pirate Software, this is someone doing Pirate Software's Game Jam. Maybe I'll do that. Build your own attack platformer. Let's do that. Let's raid this guy, Fox Hollow Games. I have no idea who it is. We're gonna raid this person.
Okay, so if we run this now, we're getting a bunch of errors. Oh yeah, this can't extend. Area 2D needs to extend.
Let's raid this guy. Let's do it. I'm here from TikTok. Awesome, Master Tractor Pool. Let's go. So guys, yeah, head over to Twitch so we can raid this guy.
Right 2D.texture. Yeah, we need to reconnect everything. And I've learned this from.
Okay. And start raid. Boom.
You can export nodes, which is.
We're raiding in 3 seconds. You guys ready?
Like export our sprite node as sprite 2D, and then we can assign it the sprite 2D.
I'm just gonna raid now. Boom.
Our script, we can do this instead of having the file path.
Pixelfire's raiding with a party of 2.
Which is really freaking cool. Pixel Fire with the raid. Hello, how you doing today? Son of a biscuit, it's doing it again. I'm doing it again. Shoot. There's a saying here in India, a hint is enough for smarts, or something like that. Exporting notes? Yeah, it's freaking cool. Pixelfire, good to see you. How are you doing, Pixelfire? What were you up to today? Welcome in. Hold on, we got to shout out Nerkmind here. And then we're going to do the shout out for Pixelfire. What were you up to? Were you also working on the game jam?
I love this
Hey,
guy's
we got the
personality.
shout-out.
He's super
We're
energetic.
great.
That's fun.
Assign the sprite 2D in code because if you change things, it can disconnect the reference. Yeah. That's a good point, Fortunes. Yeah. Guys, can I advertise my game jam? Sure, Alamed, absolutely. Antonio, you got it. Antonio. Can't you just set the position of the node? So what we're trying to do is just have these be relative. And the problem that we're running into is when we have the animation player. Where's my ingredient? We have the animation player. It was running on the root, the base, which was in Area 2D.
Is he using
that
Godot?
was
What is he
a
using?
child of this parent root node. And so they were getting drawn up to 0, 0 for the animation. For
Yeah,
some
he's using
reason,
Godot.
It's still happening, even though we are looking at the Area 2D now, which is a child of the parent. So I don't know why it's being weird. Doing some game dev for a client. Oh, very cool. Very cool. So we're streaming Pirate Software's Game Jam, so we thought we'd pop over. Well, I appreciate that, Pixelfire. It's great to see ya. That's awesome. So you do freelance then. I hear that is a dangerous but potentially very rewarding game to get into.
Yep.
Good for you. Pirate Jam, another streamer makes Unity one.
Okay.
You're watching someone who's doing it in Unity?
Okay, so that's it, guys. I'm gonna go eat lunch, and I'm gonna come back and hop right into streaming again. We're gonna continue working on the superhero mobile game. Yeah, guys, I'll see you soon.